Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm unboxing and sharing my first impressions of several products from American Creator. For this order, I picked up 6 different framework gels, which are their hard gels, along with their base coat, their non-wipe top coat, and their whitest white gel polish. Throughout this video, I'll be taking a closer look at the products, swatching several of their gels, and sharing my initial thoughts on the consistency, workability, and overall performance. Let's start with pricing. Each framework gel costs $30 and comes in a 30 milliliter pot. I also purchased the base coat and the non-wipe top coat, which were both priced at $18.50 and come in a 15 milliliter bottle. Their whitest white gel polish also comes in a 15 milliliter bottle. As a salon owner, I like to look at more than just performance when evaluating products. I also pay attention to value and how much product you're getting for the price. Since the framework gels are $30 for 30 milliliter, that works out to approximately $1 per milliliter, which can be a helpful way to nail technicians to compare products between different brands. Now let's talk about the consistency. After opening and swatching the framework gels, I would describe them as having a medium consistency, viscosity. They're not overly thick, but they're not runny either. They seem to provide a nice balance between control and self-leveling, which is something I personally look for in a hard gel. One thing I noticed fairly quickly is that room temperature can definitely affect how these gels behave. My nail room tends to stay on the cooler side, and when the gel is cold, it feels firmer and slightly more difficult to manipulate. Because of that, if you work in a cooler environment, I would recommend using a gel warmer. Once the gel warms up a bit, it becomes more fluid and easier to work with, making application smoother and more comfortable. This is something I recommend not only for these gels but for many hard gel systems in general. As many of you know, I also work extensively with the gel bottle products, so naturally I found myself comparing the two. Overall, I would say they're fairly comparable in terms of performance and consistency. However, one difference I've noticed so far is that the gel bottle hard gels tend to feel slightly softer and less elastic, even when my room temperature is cooler. The American Creator framework gels seem a bit firmer and more elastic, especially before they've been warmed. Of course, that isn't necessarily a negative. Some nail technicians may actually prefer that characteristic depending on their application style and personal preference. As I'm swatching the colors, you can see how they level and how they move on the brush. I always find that swatching is one of the best ways to get an initial feel for a product before incorporating it more heavily into salon services. I do have to add that I also notice in all of them actually, as I am applying them and I finish just molding and building the structure, I wait a few seconds and it is very quick to self-level. I also picked up their whitest white gel polish, which I'll be swatching in this video as well. Coverage is always something I pay close attention to with white gel polishes because they can sometimes be streaky or require multiple coats. I'll let you judge the coverage for yourself as you watch the application footage. I also purchased their base coat and non-wipe top coat. The top coat provides a beautiful shine, and so far I've been pleased with how it performs. Now, I do want to mention that these are very much first impressions. I've only used these products on a handful of clients so far, so I don't feel comfortable giving a full long-term review just yet. However, based on my experience up to this point, I've seen good retention and positive results. The clients I've used these products on have done well so far, and I haven't experienced any issues that would make me hesitant to continue working with them. As I continue testing these products in the salon over the coming weeks and months, I'll be able to provide a more complete assessment of durability, retention, and long-term performance. Overall, my first impression of the American Creator Framework Gel system is positive. The products appear to be well made. The consistency is workable, the pricing is reasonable for the amount of product you receive, and so far the retention has been promising. And here is how their whitest white gel polish on one coat looks like. It does have a little bit of streaks, but continuing with the second coat, it does fully cover entirely. I don't think that you would need a third coat. Now, it is best to apply them thinly, and if possible, 3 thin coats is best for better results. If you've tried American Creator products before, I'd love to hear about your experience. Let me know in the comments which products you've used and what you think about them. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next one. Bye!